Today I fucked up by blasting porn at my elderly neighbors. I got my first Bluetooth speaker a while back. My uncle gave it to us as a present and we didn't set it up immediately because my mother didn't think she'd know how. It was a sunny day and I remembered where the box was, so I took it out and set it up. It was simple once I figured out where to connect the Bluetooth in my settings. Being such a sunny day, I decided to take it outside into the back garden so I could chill with some music and have a couple of drinks. The sound is really good on this speaker. Great bass, loud. I was fucking loving it. My neighbors on either side are in their 70s but they have never complained about noise. The lady on the right organizes church events so she's a bit pious but pleasant enough. Few cans in, and my mother has to go out. I bide my time. Nothing like a wank when the house is empty and you know you won't be disturbed. So she leaves. I leave the speaker and my cans in the garden and stagger up the stairs drunk. Too horny to turn on the laptop, I go to Pornhub on my phone and choose a video. The sound isn't coming out. I go to another video impatiently, still no sound. I think maybe I have the volume down so I turn it up. Turn it up to max volume, still nothing. I think fuck it, it'll have to do without the sound and continue with the task at hand. 5 minutes later I come down, ready to resume drinking in the garden. Finally I realize my mistake. I hadn't disconnected the Bluetooth and the porn was blasting full volume out the back garden. Too long didn't read, I played porn at 1,000 decibels out my garden for the neighbors to hear. So you going to give the source or no? Damn. I have to ask, what type of porn? The gentle tones of two guys going at it hammer and tongs would have been music to your neighbors! Exclamation mark. I think it might have been anal. Tones were not gentle. Velp, time to move house / town / country / planet. Ever since my dad got AirPods and I connected it to my phone once, I have lived with Bluetooth turned off. Follow my example to escape disaster. You can delete his AirPods for your phone's list of connect Bluetooth devices. Today I fucked up by inadvertently telling my date I have a slight foot fetish. I had been dating this girl for a couple of weeks. She was a bit shy and a little reserved but nothing extreme. Everything seemed to be going pretty well and I really liked her and she seemed to reciprocate. We were watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood one evening when I mentioned that Quentin Tarantino seems to have a foot fetish that can be seen in all of his movies. She laughingly said she thought that was gross and I laughed and said that it's not a big deal and that I kind of liked looking at girls' feet too if they're pretty. She gave me a weird half smile and didn't say anything else. I didn't think much of it at the time but I did notice that she was a little more shy than usual the rest of the date. Well, she basically ghosted me after that. She made up excuses about why she couldn't get together for another date but still acting like we would still go out sometime soon. I finally just left her alone. The only thing I can think of as to what happened was the foot fetish thing. Too long didn't read. A girl I dated stopped going out with me because I mentioned I had a foot fetish. I don't get why a foot fetish is such a big deal. My BF has one and when he told me about it, I thought feet were really gross, and was super ticklish so never let anyone touch mine. But after a while I actually started to like getting massages because he's very good at it and doesn't tickle me, and I also started to think my feet weren't gross anymore and just like any other body part. So it actually did me good. I can't understand how it can be a deal breaker for someone. She probably didn't have feet. Then she wasn't right for you. People have fetishes, we don't have to indulge them, but we shouldn't make fun of them either. I dated a guy with a foot fetish and it was awesome. He bought fancy shoes and paid for pedicures all the time. Edited for spelling. Continue to share with other women. A BF of mine disclosed it to me. I enjoyed entertaining his fetishes more than I'd be comfortable admitting. I wish I could share with her but she won't talk to me anymore. Oh well. I've never understood this. We are supposed to enjoy our partner's entire bodies except for that one part. Ears, check. Ants, check. Legs, thighs, ankles, booties, check. Troll shitholes, check. Toes, disgusting. Today I fucked up by making my daughter think I was watching pornography with my grandson. I'm writing this on behalf of my 85-year-old grandma, who can't see well enough to post on desktop, let alone mobile. After my husband's funeral, most of the kids and grandkids stuck around for a day or so, then returned to the different states they all live in now. We have 7 children who gave us 30 grandkids, and we are up to 30 great-grands already. So while it was wonderful to have them all in town, it was also a relief to have some quiet. Now, my oldest daughter and her husband live in the downstairs of my house and helped me take care of Earl when his dementia got bad. One of my grandsons stayed a couple extra days to help with some yard work that had gotten badly neglected. One evening I suggested we relax and watch a movie together. My daughter and her husband have Netflix on the TV. It's their son's account, and he has 4 little boys, so they need to put in a password to watch anything that's not for kids. I have always liked westerns, and my grandson said there was a new one I might like. It was The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. We didn't know about the password for watching Netflix, though, and I had no idea what it was, so I shouted downstairs to my daughter, "What's the password for watching adult films?" She yelled back, "What?" And I said, "You/no tire granny's grandkid, and I want to watch an adult film. We need your password." She came running up the stairs, and I wasn't sure why my grandson was laughing so hard. I guess what we used to call a blue movie or a stag film is called an adult film these days. Nobody tells me anything. Too long didn't read. Grandma didn't know adult film meant porn. She thought it just meant anything rated over PG, so my aunt got very confused. Tell her more things. She sounds like she would have a blast with a curated selection of memes and stories from the somewhat more spicy bits from the net. Or even better, make an casual AMA with her. So, you are posting this in order to explain to your mom that you weren't really looking to watch porn with your grandma? Oh, grandma knew what she was doing. She's a sneaky one.